What's up? Play Sport Gamer here. And John Lynch all but confirmed what we all know. Brock Purdy earned the right to start for the 49ers. In everybody's opinion, he has earned the right to start for the 49ers when healthy. And we'll just see what this article says. And if you could, please subscribe, like, and comment if you would. I really appreciate it. And on a side note, if you can see here, Stephen A. Smith, it's funny how they're still talking about Lamar Jackson could go to the 49ers and make them a legit Super Bowl contender, which he would. The thing is, the 49ers don't have any first-round picks to give Baltimore, so they can't make any offers. The only thing I think could get Lamar Jackson is if he signs a contract with Baltimore, then trades to the 49ers for compensation, either players or picks. Which I don't see that happening. But anyway, let's talk about Brock Purdy. The 49ers aren't sure when quarterback Brock Purdy will be back on the field as he recovers from elbow surgery, but they do seem to know what role he'll fill when it happens. QB1. And what is the strongest endorsement yet for the reigning Mr. Irrelevant, Niners general manager John Lynch made it clear Monday at the NFL's annual owners meeting that he and coach Kyle Shanahan view Purdy as being the driver's seat to be the starter when healthy. I think Brock has earned the right. The way he's played, he's probably the leader in the clubhouse at that. I'll let Kyle make those kinds of decisions, but I know when we'll talk, Brock has probably earned the right to be the guy. If we were to line up, he'll probably take the first snap. And as I said in previous videos, I really don't think he's going to be ready for the start of the season. And I think Trey Lance is going to be the week 1 starter. But all this talk here is a slap in the face to Trey Lance, in my opinion. They're just telling him he's just not good enough. They've had him for 2 years. He's been injured, yes, but he's had training camps and practices in his rookie year and beginning of last year. And they really don't see anything in him. It's so obvious that they don't view him as a quarterback for the 49ers. And one of the biggest busts, I think, when deals with draft picks, I think ever. This is Trey Lance, a huge bust. 3 first-round picks to get him. It's just stupidity. John Lynch, you are stupid for making that move when they probably could have had him at 12. I don't know what anyone was thinking. And it'd probably been better off they didn't get him and they got somebody else at 12. Anyway, let's talk about Brock Purdy. Purdy is considered the favorite to start. It's no surprise after he led the 49ers to a 7-1 record after taking over for injured Jimmy Garoppolo in Week 14. Purdy, who was a final pick in 2022 NFL draft, was 3rd in NFL in QBR, 5th in completion percentage, 1st in yards attempt after becoming a starter. It is so obvious that Purdy was an awesome fit to the 49ers. He fits Kyle Shanahan's offense to a T. What you want is quick, accurate throws with slants, outs. They want quick throws, get them out as fast as you can to his receivers so they can get yards after the catch. And it worked awesomely for the 49ers for those weeks until he got hurt. And he also made Kittle a viable threat. He was like an invisible man the first few weeks of the season. Jimmy Garoppolo just couldn't get him the ball, or Kyle Shanahan didn't think Garoppolo could get him ball. So he was in there blocking most of the time. I don't know. But once Purdy got in there, Kittle became a force to be reckoned with. Purdy's presumed coordination as San Francisco starter was thrown in flux when he took a hit from Philadelphia Eagles pass rusher Hassan Reddick on a 9-6 snap out of NFC Championship game. Purdy suffered a torn ulnar collateral ligament. As we all know, he had successful surgery. He's rehabbing the surgery right now, and hopefully all goes well. The Niners hoped all along that Purdy would be able to have the repair rather than Tommy John, which he did. So that was good news for the 49ers and Brock Purdy. The 12-week mark is when Purdy is expected to be able to begin throwing again. For now, he's rehabbing with physical therapist Keith Kocher in Gilbert, Arizona. Kocher has worked with thrown athletes, including many major league baseball pitchers, over the past 25 years. Purdy is still in the early stages of recovery, working on things such as range of motion, though a 6-month recovery timetable has always been assumed. Lynch hinted that Purdy could be back a bit sooner. Well, if all goes well and he's back a bit sooner, then maybe Trey Lance won't be the week 1 starter. But I really think they're going to take their time, make sure he's healthy to get him ready for the season. As you saw from last year, the first few weeks, important for home field advantage, but they could recover from a slow start, which they've done like the past 2 years. So I think they're going to let him take his time, get him to full strength, showcase Trey Lance as my previous videos, which I'll link in the description, and have Purdy rolling week 3, 4, and beyond. Lynch says, I think there's a lot to these things. Timelines are just guidelines. Each person is different. there probably is some amount of time and taken to the doc that you want to make sure you get to the point where he's out there, but I hope is ready to go for training camp. In part because Purdy's on a shorter timeline than Tommy John surgery would have required. The 49ers entered free agency with no plans to take a swing at some of the bigger quarterback names, such as Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, floating around as available. According to Lynch, these conversations were had, but the Niners opted to sign Sam Darnold to provide further depth in quarterback room that has required plenty of its recent seasons. As soon as they signed Darnold, that sealed the deal to go after anyone, as Lynch said. It would have been sweet to have Rodgers. There would have been guaranteed Super Bowl win if Rodgers were there. And even Lamar Jackson, I think they wouldn't have went to the Super Bowl. But my gut feeling as a 49ers fan, Brock Purdy is the only quarterback on the roster that could bring him to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold can't do it. Trey Lance definitely can't do it. So when they signed Darnold, this article proves the point that Brock Purdy was the guy to lead the 49ers. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan knows it. Trey Lance, unfortunately, knows it. And Sam Darnold is going to be the number 2 quarterback, as they will have to trade Trey Lance. They have to. They can't keep, like I said, they can't keep these 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Yes, quarterback depth is great and all 3 are pretty cheap. They're probably cheaper 3 quarterbacks than 1 quarterback, 1 star quarterback on any other teams. But normally on a game, you only have 2 quarterback available a game, and the 3rd quarterback would be like a practice squad or something, or inactive. And I don't think the 49ers are going to do that with Darnold. For now, Darnold joins number 3 overall pick Trey Lance as the only available single call on the roster. Lance is coming off a broken right ankle, is expected to be cleared during organized team activities. Considering what the 49ers gave for acquire Lance, 3 first-round picks and a 3rd-round selection, Lynch acknowledged it's fair to wonder what Purdy's ascent presumptive starter says how they feel about him. Yes, like I said, they're down on Trey Lance. We've always said we don't care where you're drafted. If you're drafted, that's always been our stance. It's what we believe in. I think both things can be true. We're still very excited about Trey, but I think the way Brock played, he probably has earned the right to be the guy, but it's certainly a competition. We've always had that. Again, these are decisions Kyle makes, but I know in our discussions, this is the way we're talking. As for potentially trading Lance, Lynch pointed out the Niners' continued need for depth at quarterback considering the injuries they've consistently suffered at the position. We like Trey in our team right now. Kyle and I always joked we trade each other if someone would give us a good enough deal. So we listen to anything, but we like Trey in our team. We're very excited about the way he's progressing, about his opportunity. I think he's chomping at the bit to get back out there, get back under center, and be healthy again. You're damn right he's chomping at the bit. He wants to prove these doubters, the 49ers doubters, John Lynch doubters, Kyle Shanahan's doubters, prove that they're wrong. But the thing is, they're not going to prove, Trey Lance, whatever he does, is not going to prove Lynch is wrong. He just is not a good fit with the 49ers. No way. I don't think he's a good fit. He'll be a good fit on another team, but not the 49ers. Until Purdy returns, Lance and Darnold will get plenty of snaps during San Francisco's offseason program and have a chance to open eyes and change minds. And while Purdy's accomplished what he did in just 8 starts, the Niners once signed Garoppolo to what was, at the time, the richest contract in NFL history based off 5 starts. What does it say that Lynch and Shanahan believe that what Purdy showed them in a finish and flourish is sustainable? The way he's played, the way he's processed, the way he's led is very impressive. Yes, he's done in part of 1 year, but it's not just that he did it, but the way he did it. I think he gave a lot of confidence to everyone in our building. He's earned that. Is there room for growth? Absolutely. He has left us with a lot of confidence that he's a real guy, and we're excited about that. Now, John Lynch, do not sign him to a contract. Let this rookie contract go through. Let him play, hopefully, most of the season, see what he does. Let him play next year a full season, see what he does before giving him a lot of money. But this video is to say that Brock Purdy, as we all know, is the guy. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, the 49er faithful, and me think Brock Purdy is the only quarterback on the roster to lead them. They need to win the Super Bowl. They have the talent. They just need to do it. And next year is their year. So let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks. See ya.